On 8th of June 793 AD, a small fleet of dragon ships was spotted off the eastern coast of England. The fleet's target was Lindisfarne, a rich monastery on the Holy Island and an intellectual and spiritual heart of Kingdom of Northumbria. This surprise and savage attack on unsuspecting Christian monks would signal the beginning of a new era. The Viking Age has begun. Hello and welcome to Historical Gameplay and the new series on the Great Heathen Army and its exploits. The Historical Gameplay is a channel where we play in accordance with historical events. We try to achieve historical goals, so we take a faction or a character and follow in their footsteps. We try to recreate their exploits, rebuild their empires and refight their wars. So what we have here today is the Viking Conquest Reforged Edition, and it's an expansion for Mount and Blade Warband. So what we're going to do, we're going to today recreate a historical character. We're going to have started with a Royal Sandbox mod. I wanted to do it for a long time, I just wasn't quite sure how to approach it, so we're going to go for full realism. We're going to leave everything as it is. For the battle size we're going to go for 750 because we want our Great Heathen Army to have massive epic battles, have lots of pillaging and looting going on, and we want that to be really large scale. We're going to leave all of these options mostly as they are. We're going to tick this in case they just get stuck in there. But I think in the Viking Conquest, if I remember correctly, the last time I played was ages and ages ago. This actually does not mean they will rush towards you like in a warband, but they will still approach you in formation. If that's not the case, we will always able to come back and fix that. So we're in the 9th century. Long gone are the lights of Rome, absorbed by the tide of time, yet several centuries remain until the golden age of knights and princesses to come. It is brutal, dark and ruthless era of raw strength and survival, where men go to bed every night praying to see a new day. It is the age of the Viking, the clans of Ireland, the accession of Wessex and the emergence of the kingdom of Alba. It awaits you. So we are rebuilding here. We're building character Ivar the Boneless. I was quite unsure as to how to do this, how to proceed with this. I was thinking of Halfdan the Ragnarsson of Ivar's brother, but once I started to actually do the research, I realized that Halfdan, although credited as King of Northumbria somewhat later on, by 868, the starting date here, he's actually still second in command, and it's clearly Ivar that is in charge of the Great Heathen Army at this stage. So we're gonna give him a father's occupation as noble, since he's allegedly son of Ragnar Lothbrok, although we do not know if he even existed as a character, the Lothbrok. Martial arts as a childhood, landowner, and of course he's a pagan. So let's move on. Right, let's find an appropriate Viking banner for him and his Great Heathen Army. There we are. Okay, we're going to rename it to Great Heathen Army. This is going to be the name of our kingdom. Realistic, no quitting. And we're going to have Ivar, of course. We're going to have him in his native tongue, and sorry, this here, because all the characters here are named, yeah, in accordance with the original names. So if we give him something that is, you know, English, Ivar the Boneless, that would stand out. That wouldn't be very good match for what's happening here. We're going to give him a lot of charisma, intelligence and a bit of strength here as well. So my focus here: leadership, trade, of course, no good Viking without good trade, inventory, so that he's got lots of items there and the ability to store them. Gonna give him a couple of sea kings so he can command some ships, but this is not a priority for the time being. Power strike, athletics, riding. He's got looting. This is essential for a good Viking looter. Pathfinding also, because he traveled far and wide, he needs this ability. Engineer, let's see if we can give them a bit of this. Persuasion, what else? Maybe power draw, so he can use some bows, powerful bows. I think that would be a good addition here. Tactics, yes, absolutely. Tactics, we want as much of this as possible. First aid, what else? Let's have a quick look. What else can we get? Weapon, let's give him a bit of a iron flesh. Yes, okay, so we're done here. So Ivar was, according to the legend, we do not know why he's called the Boneless. Some say he was just impotent. I tend to believe that, because I don't think that a person with you know, who achieved so much, who traveled so far and wide during his age, that he was actually a cripple. I don't know. I think I find it hard to believe. I don't think there are lots of historical precedents for that. For a person to rule and to be so mobile and to travel so widely and not to have the, you know, his mobility. I think, yeah, because there is a bit of a dispute as to why he's called Boneless. So some say it's to do with his disease, some say it's with his disability. I'm more inclined to believe that it is to do with either his impotence or perhaps something else. Perhaps at the end of his life, one theory goes, he had this disease that crippled him, and I'm more inclined to believe that than to the, you know, version where he's just from the very early on he was basically immobile. I don't think that would you know, fits well with his later life basically. Right, let's give him a beard. Yeah, that will do for now. Okay, let's see, it should be a little bit older, I think. Let's go. Okay, welcome to the Reforged edition. Excellent. Now, what we want to do is, first of all, let's sort out the companions. Let's see who do we have. Okay, we have the ladies all around. They all contribute to the party skills apart from Solveig. Okay. I think we'll make her we'll ask her to run the kingdom for us, because I do not want the original minister that we are given is quite useless. Okay, I'm going to also disband all the peasants here, because originally, of course, we did not have peasants in the army running around, you know, waving their sticks. We had men who are more or less armed and armored to a certain extent, like these freeholders, for example. Basic, you know, helmet if you can. If not, at least you would have some sort of a shield and a spear. So we're quite happy with that. I'm going to keep them in. Let's see what else can we do. Now, let's have a look. All right, yes, thank you. We know all of this. Let's see. Oh, there is a competition taking place. Fantastic. But before we proceed, can we recruit somebody? Yes, okay. We'll recruit men here. We'll go to the middle. Oh, Asbjorn. Yes. So nice to meet you. I think it's a good time to introduce myself officially, since it's likely that our paths are attached. I am the Asbjorn from Odisve, and I'm a Lochner, a simple doctor who wasted some time in Francia until I returned to Denmark some months ago. On my way back, I landed in Ribe and ended up staying there for a few months, serving the local elites, etc, etc, and not elites. Assembly held a few days ago. Right, the truth is I was not interested in coming back, so okay, is this character, okay, let's get him on board. Yes, I'm glad. Are you actually a pagan, or what are you? Okay, we'll find that out later. So, oh yes, Agathinas, let's have a look. I think he is an engineer. Yay, to your help, sir. My name is Agathinas. Are you by any chance heading out of this place anytime soon? Oh yes, we're going to be heading far and wide. Well, let me tell you, I'm an engineer. Okay, great. If you need a wall built, I'm your man too. Or wall knocked down, that's fantastic. I'm also an unfortunate man. I'm originally from Constantinopolis. Okay, far away from here. Okay, yeah, I've heard of it. Yes, Varangians, of course, made of Swedish Vikings. Excellent. I worked there a few days ago. Okay, we're gonna get you on board, young man. Excellent. He joined us too. Great. Now we have... Oh, old captain. Captain? Hey, what do you want? We're drinking. We're traveling through these lands, but we might consider staying if you hire us, sir. I will join you for 1,000. Alright, let's get you. Why not? Okay, let's get the captain. I want to sort out our garrison here because I don't want any peasants, ahistorical peasants in my army. I'm going to dismiss them all because, yes, what we have here, looking at the social structure of the Viking societies, they were largely made, well, first of all, on the top of the hierarchy, obviously you have a king, and then we have the jarls. They're large landowners, the aristocracy, the highest highest level of it. Then we have the chieftains, who are landowners but a smaller scale. We have carls as the freemen, and on the very bottom we have the thralls, who are the unfree and slaves. So when you draw to your army, you will have the freemen mostly, and you will have the chieftains and all the rest of it. All of these men would be able to afford at least the simple basic armor, if not the armor, then a shield and a spear as the minimum. So that's why I do not want to go ahistorical and have all these peasants running around waving their sticks. Now let's go and join the competitions before we proceed fight in the next round. Let's see how our Ivar can fare in this competition. We have a partner in crime, I believe. Is it 2 against 2? Is it the... let's have a quick look. Problem is we both, myself and our other character here, we have, of course... Okay, we have a spear, of course, for a weapon, which isn't great, because... yes, oh wow, excellent. Because the sword swings actually much quicker, isn't it? Fight in the next round. Before we proceed, let's have a look quickly at what do I have here. Combat, good. Campaign AI, I'm leaving it on average because I don't want them, okay, to be, replenishing very quickly, too quickly in fact. Right, show targeting, yeah, banners on friendly, the rest I deactivated. Alright, everything's on high here. Realistic shadows, let's do quick one. Tree details, okay, fantastic. Blood stains, okay, excellent. Alright, let's go back, return to the game, let's fight this. Oh wow, we have quite a large company here this time. Let's see if we can get to the final, to the next round perhaps. Oh, one of our teammates has been already targeted there, unfortunately. Alright, let's see. Alright, this is very tough. Unfortunately, the spear is not the best weapon in this game, because the swing here is way too long. There's someone else who's targeting us. Alright. Who is this? Oh, there you go. There you are. Okay, we managed to beat this gentleman as well, and we're through to the round 3. Alright, oh, finally I got a sword. Sword would kill for a sword. Half kingdom for a sword. Because the swing here is much shorter, much more brutal, to the point. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, no, Ivar, don't die. Not yet. Ladies, why do we have you here? Madam? Alright. Never mind, maybe you made shielding or whatever. Let's see. Alright, there you are. Dispatched her too. Yes, much easier to work with a sword in this game. Unfortunately, the shield is quite unwieldy, and yeah, it takes a lot of time to to perform the thrust. Unfortunately, that's the case, but well, it is what it is. Now let's see. We have one person there with the axe. There you go. And let's see. Now it's not as bad when you fight the spearman against spearman, because that gives you a bit of a chance. Once you got the axeman or a swordsman, he will just beat you to it, because the speed with which they operate their weapons are much quicker. So let's see. Right, no, don't die, please. Don't die. Alright, excellent. Oh, yes. Okay, we managed to kill them all. Veteran. And let's see, we are through to round 6. Well, is that a final? Actually. Let's see if I can drop. And oh, where's the spear? I want that spear back. Sorry. Who do we have here? We have a gentleman here with an axe. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Oh no, 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 don't. Ouch, 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 ow, ow, ow. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Oh, we managed. Wow, didn't expect that. So Ivar is also a great champion now. They appreciate your participation and place a wreath of laurel on your head, and your relation with the settlement has improved. Let's go inside and see what we've got. Okay, this is our dear brother Halfdan. I wasn't sure if I should play as Halfdan, but Halfdan was not in charge of the kingdom before 870, early 870, 872-3. So I'm not sure why they decided to make him the head of the kingdom of Northumbria. So what I did, I renamed the kingdom into Great Heathen Army, and I placed Ivar here. I created him as a character, and he's the lead. So yes, Halfdan, it does not have any fiefs here. I'm going to give him something in a moment, but before I do, I think I need to get one of my companions to replace this gentleman here. Right, who are you? Yes, right. All right. Okay, this is one of the claimants. Okay, I must leave now. Sorry, sorry, fella. No time for you yet. And you are you another? Right, West Saxon. Yes. Okay. All right, we're gonna leave him, Atheling, for now. Sorry, no time to waste, gents. Let's see. I want to replace you. Yes, and I want to place Solveig, since she does not contribute much, I think, to our well-being. Actually, hold that off. Let's see. Firstly, I want to see what our companions here doing. Okay, who's contributing the most? Agathinos, we have lots of benefits from him. Yes, Solveig seems to be the only companion without any bonuses, though she's got a lot of, I think, a lot of leadership. So, but let's place her here. Let's place her instead of this gentleman here. Yes, and that way we will be able now, when we re-enter the Great Hall, we will be able to give my dear brother Halfdan. They both supposedly, children of Ragnar Lothbrok, the legendary figure. We do not even know if he was actual historical character or not. We'll talk about it, I think, in a future episode. Let's see, who does not have any villages or castles? None. Just my brother needs some love, and it affects, unfortunately, relations with all other characters, as you can see. Yes, those suffer, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's trade with the locals. What can we do? Before we proceed, I would like to make sure, I've done my basics before we move on and start pillaging and conquering. We want to consolidate a little bit here. I would like to start managing this town and building something as soon as possible. I think the first priority should be Merchant's Rest Hold, yes, because what it does, it gives you more prosperity. It increases the income of your towns. So let's go and build that. It's going to take us 17 days. Great. Right, what else can we do? Let's see. I wanted to disband some of the peasants that were in my army, because yes, this is not very historical. I would like them to have, at the very least, a basic spear and a shield. And this gentleman will have to go. Anglo peasants. Okay, thank you very much indeed. Yes, looking at the location, I am not sure again why Halfdan is the head of the kingdom of the Northumbria, but we're not playing as Northumbria. What we have here is Great Heathen Army. This is what we are called. Okay, and what we do here is recreate the exploits and recreate the conquests. Now, this is the faction. This is in light blue color. This is us, and this is all our neighbors. Our first target, according to historical expansion, would be Mercia to the south. Once we're done with them, we will move to East Anglia and try and incorporate them into our expanding realm, so to speak. Then we're going to return, and there was another incident when the Mercians were invaded yet again by the Great Heathen Army. And after that, Ivar is recorded as taking over Alt-Clut capital here, Don Breton. And we're going to replay this soul. So we're going to first wage war on the Mercians, then East Anglia is the next, and then on the way back we will fight with Alt-Clut here. And all the while we're going to be raiding and pillaging the monasteries, of course, because yes, actually, where is Lindisfarne? Lindisfarne, there you are. Again, the goal here for this playthrough is to recreate the historical expansions and campaigns of the Great Heathen Army as it was led by the Ivar the Boneless during these years up until 1870. He disappears from the records, and some assume that he goes back to Ireland. So we might do that as well, because some suggest that he was actually ruler of Ireland here. We'll talk about it, of Dublin. We'll talk about it a little bit later in the next episode perhaps. Now, in terms of religion, yes, we are the only pagans here in mainland Britain. We have neighbors that are Christian, of course. It doesn't mean that, you know, entire population within this territory is pagan. It's basically the ruling class, the Great Heathen Army, and their followers that are. The rest would probably most likely retain their original beliefs, because the Vikings were not known for actually converting, and you know, they largely held it to themselves. The aim was not to convert as many people as possible. Okay, so this is about it for the first episode, I believe. So stay tuned for more pillaging, for more looting,